Thank you for joining me in another video about Skyrim with Requiem. So I've progressed the character pretty far. I'm all the way through the Dark Brotherhood questline, and it seemed level appropriate to go and start doing the main quests. And I'm planning to just do a big string of the main questline all in a row, just to push those quests forward. And first on that list is Ustengrav. And normally, I think there's a necromancer who hides with some minions. I can see her right over there, and I'd really rather not fight them. They might cause me some problems on the way out, but I think I can sneak past thanks to my invisibility spell and pretty decent leveled sneak ability. So here we go into Ustengrav. And this is a dungeon that I've done, I have honestly no idea how many times over the course of playing Skyrim, and it does get a little bit repetitive after a while, so I'm hoping to spice it up a little bit this time, because instead of doing my normal thing, which would be to stand right there and then probably use a crossbow and try and snipe the conjurers that are located there, I'm just going to see if I can sneak past everything this time around, which I have pretty highly leveled sneak skills. I've got Cicero's gear, which I can't recall if I have it on right now, but apparently it's good enough to get by the mages. There's not a whole lot of incentive for killing them, because I don't think they have any particularly great loot. I just want to stay out of the line of fire of these guys. I'm pretty sure the Draugr win that fight. And again, I need to stay out of the line of fire of those fireballs from the mages, but then I'm pretty much fine. Okay, that went actually quite a bit more easily than I thought it would. Invisibility kind of overpowered once you have the Magicka regen to sustain it. And I'm just going to walk straight through this area and just kind of ignore these Draugr. I guess the one good case for killing all these is it would help me level my restoration spells, which I do have a kind of side goal. I want to get my restoration up to 75 as quickly as I can. Right now I think it's only in the 30s or 40s, but there's going to be plenty of Draugr dungeons to do that later, and I'd rather just proceed through Ustengrav more quickly. So that's got to be the fastest I've ever gone through the opening room of Ustengrav. Here we go into the depths. Now, I'm really hoping that I don't get followed through by something that I aggroed. Apparently not, so that's good. Let's cast a Rune of Dampening here, and there is a handy shortcut, which I went and bought Feather Falling solely for the purpose of using this right here, because the long walk all the way through Ustengrav can take a pretty long time, and it's actually kind of dangerous. There's a variety of traps and stuff with which how much damage the Requiem traps do and how little resistance I have to fire is pretty dangerous to me. So I'm just going to activate Feather Falling, jump straight to the end. So I can grab the word wall, and that's probably the only use of Feather Falling I'll ever make now that I have the Become Ethereal Shout, which does the same thing. But yeah, that saves probably 5 or 10 minutes worth of crawling through the dungeon and fighting skeletons and stuff, which I don't especially want to do, just because this dungeon is not especially rewarding in terms of loot. And I'm still invisible here, so I don't think these skeletons will be able to see me unless I just run right into them. And they are carrying bows, so even though they're pretty weak enemies, they might still be good enough with archery to kill me if they shoot me in the back. But now it's just a matter of seeing if I can go through this little door puzzle on the first try. Got Whirlwind Sprint equipped, that's the first step. And there we go. So, yeah, Whirlwind Sprint does take off my invisibility, so good to be aware of that. And these are very dangerous. I'm just going to quick save here because I have died to the fire on these before. And I think I want to go invisible here again. And I think I'll also put on my poison immunity necklace because I'll probably get spit at by some spiders. So here I need to get over to the center area and then clear out the doorway so I can get through without getting eaten by spiders on the way over. So maybe I'll just quick save and try it the bold way first. Let's see, I think I want to have some low-level flame spell equipped just to cut through the cobwebs quickly. And poison immunity necklace doing its work. I think I can just run past these guys because, yeah, there's not really any reason to kill spiders. Grab the Greybeard's gear. Who knows, maybe that's useful at some point. And close the door behind me so I don't at least get attacked totally by surprise. Let's see what we found in the chest. Ring of Replenishing, Magicka regen, that's actually very good. That'll combine nicely with the Necromancer's Amulet just to make my spellcasting generically better. And wow, that's a lot of enemies that I've aggroed. Now, let's just see if I can get out and not die on the way. And I was slightly concerned that enemies might follow me through that door, but it doesn't appear to have happened. So I think I'm going to count that as a clean escape, and I'm just going to go turn in my quest, and then we'll be on to our next location. Here we are outside Kynesgrove. I went and talked to Delphine, got the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, talked to the Greybeards, and now I'm being assigned to kill this dragon over at Kynesgrove, which is actually very dangerous to me because my magic resist is still so far in the negative that if he just kind of glances in my direction with a spell, I'm probably going to die, I think. But earlier on, I did do the Skull of Corruption quest, mostly so that I could get the Master Robes of Illusion and Restoration that you find there, but, well, I do have the Skull of Corruption available. And I've heard quite a few people say that it's really overpowered and kind of trivializes the difficulty of the game, so I'd been avoiding using it. But let's see how good it is against this dragon. I have a feeling it's not going to be a one-shot, even if it is good, but let's give it a try and see how it goes. And I'm hoping to get in a bunch of cheap shots while he's kind of waking up, and then get behind cover if that's not right away. 3, 4, 5. And that is one dead dragon. Yeah, safe to say that's a little overpowered, but it is how the Requiem developers designed it, so I guess maybe it's my fault for getting the Skull of Corruption before I really should have been able to, but that is one dead dragon, and we're on to our next location. Here we are in the Thalmor Embassy, and I brought a fairly minimal set of gear with me. My hope is to just sneak through this entire area, which I think should be possible. I've got Mehrune's Razor just in case that plan doesn't work out quite as planned. But I think I've got sufficient sneak skill plus my invisibility will hopefully be enough to get me through this. I think I'll just quick save here and see if I can just walk past these guards.
No, they're high mages.
There's an elven smithing book over there that I don't really need. Wow, that guy came pretty close, didn't notice me. And I think I can just... Oh, looks like I went the wrong way, but I feel like there should be some loot upstairs here, but haven't really found anything good there yet. But, alright, we're out of there, into the courtyard. So this outside area has honestly given me a lot of problems, because there's a combination of archers, melee, and spellcasters, all of which do really high damage and can kill me pretty much instantly. And any spell that I cast that isn't muffled, they can hear. I really just want to be able to walk through this door right here, but there's a guy camped out right in front of it, and as soon as I open the door, my invisibility drops, and everyone spots me. So I think what I want to do is just wait for an opening in their patrol path so I can kill the guy at the door and sneak inside. That's really all there is to it. Because if I can take him out and not have the other ones hear me at the same time, I'll be okay. Okay. That appears to have worked. Now, if I had a bow, I would just backstab this guy. Or not backstab, but I'd shoot him with an arrow, and that would probably be good enough. Since I don't have a bow, I'm going to have to go for a backstab. Maybe I can just sneak around and grab the stuff I need. But there's an expert lock door, which is a barrier to the next area, so I think I need to kill whatever that guy's name is. In order to get through there. So I think I'll take him out. And if I'm really quick, I can probably trap these stairs. There's still something downstairs. But I've got myself this little corner at the very least where nothing can effectively get at me, so that's something. Now I'm going to try and go invisible and lose aggro and hope that someone else is dumb enough to walk up those stairs with runes on them. And I think it's... Oh, yeah. He was dumb enough to walk into the runes. So, Rulendil, that's what his name was. Okay. So I can get the interrogation chamber key, junkie destruction stuff, Gisser, got some poisons, and wow, okay. That went a lot smoother than the first part did, that's for sure. It took me a lot of tries to get to clear through the open area. Not gonna lie, that took forever. I tried various things like, I tried enraging runes, I tried other runes, I tried oral decoys or arcane resonance or whatever that thing is called. None of that worked. Then I finally just arrived at the strategy of sneak attacking the dude who's on guard outside the door, and then, wow, that second part I'm pleasantly surprised at how well that went. Now for here, I'm not quite as worried about this because I think the terrain is on my favor. I know there's at least one guard down here, but yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. So here's our guard. Maybe I'll just hibernation spray this dude. One weird thing about the hibernation spray plus nightmare combo is you can't loot them for a little bit, but you know, so it goes. I'm not going to complain about getting to use perhaps the most overpowered thing you can do with 50 in a magic skill. And I know that as soon as I read the Esbern dossier, then some more enemies will come through here, and I think they come through this door over here. So I'm just going to lay down a little welcoming committee series right there. Unless, do they come through there, or do they come through here? Well, I'm not sure which door they come through now that I think about it, so I'll just split the difference and put down a rune for everybody.
I told you. I don't know. Fine. What? There's this. Yes, he might. That's all I know. Okay.
Okay. And I'll just be a good person and let him go.
Yeah. Come on.
At the very least, he'll distract the troll.
If you like, but we need to find a way to unlock that trap door.
And here I think I just want to go invisible to
Listen up, spy.
make it more likely that I can get away with more trickiness. Okay, so I think I've got my runes placed correctly. Okay, I'm going to call that a win. Nice thing about Requiem is even though I have a lot of magic weakness for being a high elf, so do they. So we've got our trapdoor key. I don't really care about looting the elven gear, because this character, if I craft anything, it's going to be dwarven. I don't intend to take the elven smithing perk, so I just don't really care about picking up that stuff. And yeah, there's just no real reason to worry about that. And now into the Reeking Cave, where I know that there's another stone of Berenziah that I want to collect down here.
Is someone there?
And we've got an excellent candidate for nap time right here. Got him. There's our stone of Berenziah. And the Conjurer doesn't have anything particularly exciting, but we get to take some coins. There's a skill book. That's kind of nice. And yeah, with that, we've completed the Thalmor Embassy. Now we'll go turn in that quest and move on to the next one. Here we are outside of Karthwasten, and I have Delphine and Esbern in tow. Just been picking off some mud crabs on the way in here. In case you had any curiosity about how I'm sustaining my enchanting grind, well, this is how, with lots and lots and lots of mud crab souls. But because I've got these guys along for the ride, I don't really trust in their ability to remain undetected as I try to go into this Forsworn camp, so instead my plan is just to clear the way as much as possible so that I can get in without getting jumped by a bunch of them as we come into the temple. So we'll be doing our best Battle Mage impression here, even though that's not really what the character's about. And I can see a bow over there, so switching on blur, and I think that means I need to switch my gear around too to make sure I've got enough magicka regen going so that I can still be in combat while using blur. I can see 4 of them over there. Maybe I can just knock them all out. Well, that one must be a little bit higher level, because that hibernation was not terribly effective on him. Nice, got to level up an illusion. And yeah, hibernation spray, even without nightmare, is just a really good way to keep crowds under control. Now I think I want my stamina regen necklace on instead of the necromancer's amulet. Let's run past the Forsworn. My stamina is still in not great shape. And I know there's a Hagraven over there who I kind of want to avoid. But I think I'll take my chances with whatever is left and just proceed into the temple. Let's put on our stealth and hope that we can remain undetected and not get jumped too heavily by whoever was left. This part, I think I just want to sneak past as much as I can and let Delphine and Esbern benefit themselves, if at all possible. And it looks like they've aggroed onto them and not me, so that's good. I'll just go solve this little puzzle real quick, and then we're on to our next zone. Well, I don't want to speak prematurely on the chance that something comes up and kills me, which is always a possibility, but yeah, I think that went pretty smoothly. Unlike the last time I did this, a dragon did not show up in the middle to turn the fight into total chaos. But that's Skyhaven Temple. I'm just going to wait for Delphine and Esbern to catch up. The next stage will be going and eventually talking to Paarthurnax and then being sent over to Blackreach to clear out that and Alfdand. But I'm going to put that off for a little bit, at least for another couple levels to become a little bit stronger. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please do hit subscribe if you'd like updates as further videos come out. There's still quite a bit of this series to go, and I'll see you in the next one.